clean, pure. The scent I tried to get when I scrubbed myself in the shower. The baby didn't smell like violence and hate. The baby didn't smell like regret or fear. I started crying, wailing with the child in my arms. Vicky tried again to grab her, but I turned away. I was going to take her to the car, drive off with her. I was heading to the front door, but I felt lightheaded. So I put my back against the wall and slid down to the floor. I hit hard on my ass, but I wouldn't let go. The baby was still crying. I leaned my head against the wall, and that was it. I woke to the sounds of low tears, not the loud, angry cries of a cranky child, the soft cries of a woman who'd given up. I opened my eyes, and Vicky was standing over me, looking down. I was bleeding. When I passed out, blood started to flow from my nose in deep red trails down the left and right side of my face onto the floor, a steady stream of shame. I got up and wiped my face with a towel. I don't know what the fuck I wanted to be here for. Vicky was a real drag. And Casey was probably shitting herself, wondering where the fuck I was. And for that matter, when I woke up here, I was wondering where I was. So, that's how it ended up. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, great. It's fun, fucking, stealing cars, burglarizing places, fucking torturing people, all that shit. But basically, that's where I ended up. On the floor, with a stream of blood coming out of each side of my nose, laying there with my daughter's mother standing over me crying. And waking up and just thinking she's a fucking drag for hassling me. So, some people question me sometimes, my dedication to being sober, but it's like, how far'd you hit? Do you know what I mean? It's like, how much pain? You can't forget that. Once you wake up and see yourself like that, there's no question about doing this deal. There's no question about, once you wake up, there's no question about, oh, you're going to be sober. I hear guys say, oh, I make my amends and I'm done with it. Fuck that. There's people that are still pissed at me, man. There's people that are still mad at me for years, and they're not going to forget it. And I hurt them. Like I said earlier, I was blamed for my dad's death. And people used to tell me, because my dad had a heart attack at work, and that's where he died. And so there was a court case about it, right? And my mom was saying, oh, he died from stress at work. And his work came back and said, yeah, he fucking died from stress, all right. But it was him, not work. It was him. The house is getting shot at. He's going to jail. He's fighting with people. He's fucking having to take off because he kicked some fucking guy's eye out. It's like all this shit was going on, and people would tell me, that's not your fault, that's not your fault. And I had to realize, fuck it wasn't my fault. I had as much of a hand as him dying as anyone else. And until I was willing to accept what I had done to him, I was not going to get any relief whatsoever. Until I accepted what I had done to that man, there was no relief coming. So, I'll just read a couple quick little things from here. Any question really quick before I go, or no?